Today I'll be doing a hot pink and a purple kind of eyeshadow look, which will again highlight the eye feature and then go a little blurred or a little muted on the lips, but again in shades of pink. Blush, we could go in with a pink again, staying on with the same family, and with a little bit of eyeliner, kajal, and smudging a little bit of the same colors that are used as eyeshadow on the bottom lash line as well. So to start off, I will first do the eyes because I'm going to be using the pink, not an eyeshadow, but in the form of a pigment. Now what is a pigment? A pigment is something that looks like this. This is by MAC. You get it in different brands as well. Now this is the same eyeshadow in powder form. So this is how it looks. And you need to break the particles to use it, and then you will have to take an eyeshadow brush, the same brush that we would use always, and apply it all over the eye. Now to start off, before a pigment, I would be using an eyeshadow base, which is by MAC again, and this is called Groundwork. I feel this color is perfect for any kind of eyeshadow because it is almost a skin color and it goes beautifully with any eyeshadow and on any skin tone. So just taking a little bit on your ring finger and applying it all over the eyelid. Now for pigments, make sure that you're giving it a nice layer of base because the pigments need to stick on very well to the eye, or else it would tend to fall a lot. Moving on to the eyeshadow pigment, I have taken very little of the pigment on a tissue and I'm using an eyeshadow brush, which is an angled eyeshadow brush this time. This is by Sigma and it's the medium angle shading brush in the number E70. These brushes are available online and they ship absolutely anywhere, so it's pretty safe for people to buy from India or anywhere in the US. Now dab off the excess, make sure you do that because you'll have a lot of fallouts otherwise. And very gently press the pigment on the eyelid. Don't worry about the lines that are being shown now. You can blend it out with a blending brush eventually. While using pigments, sometimes people prefer using a lot of blotting powder, which would be like a loose powder, and applying it a little below, and then the pigments fall over the powder, and at the end of it you can just brush it all away with a fluffy brush like the blush brush. Now in case if you feel that you do not want to do that, start off with the eyes, take off all the fallouts with the makeup remover, and then you can start over your foundation. I mean, you can do it in two different ways. Now using a Sigma blending brush, which is the E25 version, and just blending out any harsh lines that are visible to the eye. Now in case if you feel that while blending, the color is tending to fade out a little bit, go on and add a little bit more, it's absolutely fine. Now for the outer corner, I'll be using a shade in purple, which is this one. And this is called Fig1 by MAC, it's from the regular line. So taking a little bit of the color, now it is a matte texture, so be careful in the quantity that you're using. Start off with little. Just apply it on the outer V portion of the eye, just so that it looks like a gradation of color and not like it's just appeared from anywhere. You can go a little dark with this because it's just shades of pink again, and after a bit it might just settle. So even if it looks dark now, after 10-15 minutes it is going to look lighter. Going in circular motions or in wiper motions, either will work to blend. I'll be using the MAC 209 eyeliner brush. You could use an angled brush or a pencil brush, either is fine. It's just that I feel that by using a pointed brush you get more precision, but some people are fine with using an angular brush, so whatever suits you is okay. Now dipping a little bit of the liner into the brush and starting off in the center of the eye. Now in case if you feel that your eyeliner has not gone well, or you feel that you want to sharpen the edges or something, just take a Q-tip, dip it in makeup remover and just run it all through. Don't worry about the eyeshadow because you can obviously touch it up again. Moving on to curling her lashes. Using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express, wiping off any excess at the ends and applying mascara from above as well as from below. Next, with a Sigma E20 brush, which is a short shader brush, I'm just taking a little bit of the same purple that I had used on top and just dabbing a little bit at the edge of her waterline. And then using the same pink that we had used for the top, just in the inner corners, and just wipe off any excess if you think has fallen. And just running through a little bit of mascara over the lower lashes. And the mascara will make her eyes open very, very well. So if you have good long lashes, I think mascara is something that will be a very good buy, even if you're not using an eyeshadow or even kajal or liner for that matter. A mascara would still do the trick. Next, moving on to foundation. We've already moisturized her face, so we'll be moving on using the primer. Taking just a little bit on the fingers, warming it up within the middle finger and the ring finger of both the hands, and just blending it very smoothly all over the face. Now for the foundation, I'm using Studio Tech by MAC, and I'm going to use it with a sponge. So just taking a little bit of the product on the sponge and just spreading it all out and then just blending it along with the sponge. Now the good thing about Studio Tech is that you do not need to use a powder after this, because once it sets down to powder. But in case if you're using a liquid foundation, make sure to finish it up with a loose powder or a pressed powder. Moving on to the blush, I'll be using a pink blush in the B&D brand with a MAC 129 brush. Anything fluffy is good. Just take very little and smile in the mirror. Smile. And always go from the apple of your cheeks upwards. And drag a little on the temples so that it looks like a continuation and not like it's just popping up from somewhere. I've already moisturized it with a lip balm. I would be using a lip pencil by B&D. It's in a pinkish purplish kind of shade. Make sure that you're filling into the corners of the lips, because when it's closed it's fine, but when you open your lips and if you start talking, it's very noticeable and it looks slightly strange. So make sure that you don't forget that bit and line even the edges of the lips. For the lipstick, I'm using a shade Cosmo by MAC with the MAC 316 lip brush and just running it over the same lip pencil that I had just applied. It's a beautiful pinkish color for a day wear or a night. For the night you can wear it with the lip gloss. For the day I would prefer skipping a gloss and just using a lipstick. So in case if you feel that the lipstick is looking a little too loud or too glossy as compared to the eyes, because we have to make it a little muted and dull, make sure that you dab off a little bit with a tissue so that it becomes a little mattified and it goes lighter again, the tone goes light. So this brings us to the end of yet another makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I feel that this is an amazingly beautiful look which you can carry off in the nights for say a cocktail or a reception, adding on a little bit of glitters maybe, and tons of mascara. So if you guys have liked it, let me know. If you haven't, please give in your suggestions, and I will see you shortly with another video. Thank you.